Hi, this is Dennis Sullivan, and I'm with Breakthrough Pros, and I want to tell you about an exciting new program the SBA has put out called the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Assistance Program with the CARES Act. Now, SBA has always had the disaster loan assistance, but now with the CARES Act that was passed by Congress and signed by the President, it's been expanded. Sounds boring, but you should be pretty excited about this. We are encouraging all business owners, independent contractors, nonprofit organizations to apply for this loan. Mostly because in the short term, you can get up to a $10,000 cash advance within 3 days. I know, it sounds too good to be true, but it is true. What's happening is Congress and the President want to get money into people's hands, and this is one way they're doing it. And if they want to put it in our hands, let's help them. So here are some things that you need to keep in mind. So you have to have employees less than 500 employees. You can be an independent contractor. Gig economy workers are eligible for this, as well as churches, nonprofit organizations, small businesses. So, and it does not depend on your ability to repay it, and no tax return is required. They make it very, very simple. In fact, on their site, they say it takes 2 hours to fill out. It takes you about 3 minutes. That's it. So let's get into a little more detail here. So you can receive up to $10,000 in this emergency grant cash advance that is forgiven. You don't need to pay it back if it's spent on paid leave, maintaining payroll due to increased costs because of the COVID-19 crisis, mortgage or lease payments, or repaying obligations that cannot be met because of declining revenue, lost revenue from the COVID-19 crisis. So even if you don't qualify for the loan or other additional funds, you can still get this emergency cash advance. So how do you find it? It's a little bit of a challenge. SBA has not made it easy to find. What I always recommend is go to Google, type in SBA Disaster Loan Assistance, and it'll take you to this form. Let me show you how easy this form is to fill out, and you know exactly what you're getting into here. So first thing it's going to ask you is what kind of business you are or organization. So applicant is a business with not more than 500 employees. This is for S corporations, C corps. They would check this circle here. If you are an LLC or independent contractor, a sole proprietor without employees, you would check this circle. Now, if you have cooperative here, ESOPs, so I'm not going to get into all these, but for those who are nonprofit, 501Cs or 501Ds, this is where you would click here, churches as well. Most are going to be applicants with a business not more than 500 employees, S corporation, C corporation, click that. Then it's going to ask to make sure that you're not involved in any illegal activity, so click here. Not late on child support obligations, not a farm, not involved in deviant sexual activity, not deriving your more than 1/3 of your income from gambling, not a lobbyist, and not a member of Congress. So click here, continue. Now it's going to ask you for some specific information about your business. It's not going to ask you for a bunch of financial information. You only need to know your gross sales from 2019 and cost of goods sold in 2019. That's it in terms of financial information. So business legal name, so this is what you're incorporated as. Type this in. Trade name, if you're doing business as another name, you would put that in here as part of your trade name. For me, it's the same. Then asking you for your EIN number or Social Security number. I'm just going to put all 9s there. And then your organization type. So limited liability corporation, sole proprietor, C Corp, S Corp. So you put S Corp here. Is the applicant a nonprofit? No. Part of a franchise? No. So here's where it asks you for the financial information. Very basic. Gross revenue for 12 months in 2019. So I would put here, let's just say 100,000. Cost of goods sold, consulting service, so I don't have any inventory that I'm buying, so cost of goods sold would be 0. Don't have any rental properties. This is asking them for lost rents due to the disaster. Nonprofit would fill in information here. And for churches, if they're providing secular social services, they would include that here and then a description about it. Other sources of revenue as a result of the disaster. Here, you notice I'm leaving that blank because if it's red, it's required, and then it'll turn to green if it's filled out correctly. The other boxes you don't need to fill out because they're not going to be applicable to everybody filling these out, obviously. So primary business address, I'm making this up. Let's just say 1, Route 1. And then city. No. Now you notice it has the autofill that will pop up here. The site does not always like the autofill. So if you find that you're not able to advance, it may be because you're using the autofill. I found that I've had to redo the form, that particular page, because I was using autofill. I'm in Baltimore County. Zip code 21087. Business phone. So 555. All right, alternate business phone. I don't need to fill that out. Not sure anybody's using faxes anymore, but I'm not going to even include it. So this is my email address here. And if you do have questions, feel free to shoot me an email. Hopefully I'll be able to answer it in a timely manner. Date established. So this is when your business was started. In my case, I started it right when the recession hit. And it was a scary time. And it reminds me of those days right now. Current ownership since. So if your business changed ownership, that's what this is asking. So let's say I started in 2000, or the business started in 2007, it changed ownership in 2013, I would put down the 2013 date here. However, my business has not changed ownership, so it would still be the same. Business activity, asking what type of business I'm in. So providing business services, detailed business activity. You don't have consulting on here, so put none of the above. Number of employees, just me. So 1. Now we click next. So here, now it's getting into the individual ownership. As you see, I often scroll past this part and I have to go back. Is your business owned by a business entity? This would be another entity that's obviously owning your business. In this case, in my case, it's no. So type in your name again. And 555, 555, 555. Title, office, CEO, ownership percent, how much of the business you own. In my case, it's 100%. Email address, put that in again. And social security number. So there we go. Birth date, 0101, let's say 1970. And born in Baltimore. U.S. citizen, yes. And then again, your street address. And drop down here for Maryland. And zip code 21087. And then now clicking to next. So this is where it's asking for the additional information. And asking if I've been involved in any criminal activity in the last year. No. Applicant or owner listed have been debarred from contracting with the federal government. No. Whether I'm involved in any criminal arraignment, criminal charges. No. And then if somebody has assisted you with this form, that person would fill out this information. Otherwise, you'd leave blank. And then I give permission for SBA to discuss any portion of this application with representatives above here. And so you click yes or no for that person. I would like to be considered for an advance up to $10,000. Yes. So you click that, you put in your bank name, your account number and routing number, and that's it. They're trying to turn these around in 3 days, and they would put the money directly into your account. It could be $10,000 or it could be $100. It could be something. So this is the process that you would go through, and we're trying to help organizations, small businesses, get that money that they need. This is our website, so if you have more information, my contact information is there, so feel free to reach out. But in the meantime, I hope you're able to get part of that $10,000 that the government is so eager to put out, and you can start putting it to work for you. I wish you all the best, and I hope you found this helpful.